Hey everyone, I'm Sean, and welcome to Control-Alt-Star Wars, the channel where we dive deep into the lore, stories, and alternate possibilities of the galaxy far, far away. Today we are going to explore a path that was teased, but never fully realized. What if Finn, the ex-stormtrooper who chose to fight back, had become a Jedi from the very beginning? What if his destiny wasn't just about running from the First Order, but rising as one of the galaxy's greatest hopes? Get ready, because we're diving into a reimagined sequel trilogy, one where Finn's Force sensitivity is more than just a hint. This is the story of a stormtrooper turned Jedi, and how that single change reshapes everything. What if the galaxy's next great Jedi wasn't a Skywalker, or a Kenobi, or even born of the Republic? What if the Force chose a stormtrooper? This is the story of FN-2187. The soldier who ran, the man who felt, the Jedi who rose. A saga not just of war and light, but of identity, choice, and the rebirth of the Jedi. FN-2187 wasn't trained to feel. He was trained to follow orders, to be one of many, a faceless enforcer of the First Order. But something inside him broke during the massacre of Jakku. A friend died in his arms. The blood streaked across his helmet was not just a mark of death, it was a calling, a disruption in everything he'd been taught, a ripple in the Force. The indoctrination falters, the training weakens, something inside him resists. It's not rebellion, it's not cowardice. It's awakening. His escape with Poe isn't just a defection, it's destiny in motion. As the TIE fighter spirals towards Jakku's surface, Poe yells for Finn to grab the controls, but Finn doesn't reach for the joystick. He closes his eyes, focuses. The Force reaches back. The ship steadies, not perfectly, but enough. Enough to survive. Enough to make it real. When Finn wakes up alone in the desert, covered in sand and silence, something whispers to him. The Force has touched him, and he will never be the same. On Takodana, the lightsaber calls, not to Rey, to him. Maz Kanata, ancient and all-seeing, watches the moment unfold. She places the saber in Finn's hands. He shakes, doubts, but she sees through it all. The Force runs wild in you, Stormtrooper, not because of who you are, but because of what you've done. She trains him not in elegant lightsaber katas or Jedi doctrine, but in foundation, meditation, sensing, restraint. In an ancient temple below Takodana's surface, surrounded by forgotten relics and roots older than the Republic, Finn begins. The saber responds. So does the Force. On Starkiller Base, the duel is different. Finn does not stumble into battle. He moves with intent. Kylo Ren meets him not with scorn, but with curiosity. You. How are you doing this? You are nothing. But Finn is not nothing. He is fire, held in balance. He blocks. He counters. He survives longer. Not because he's stronger, but because he's centered. Han, seeing this shift, intervenes. Finn's presence delays the confrontation. This time, Han gets through. This time, his words dig deeper. And though Ben does not fall to the light, he wavers. Han lives. In the aftermath, Finn lies wounded but not broken. Leia visits him in recovery, not as a general, but as a mother. She senses the Force in him, and through him, hope. A new path is forming. The Jedi Temple has long since burned. The legacy of the Jedi is fractured, buried under failure and fear. But Rey and Finn, lightsaber wielders both, seek Luke Skywalker. Not just to be taught, to learn what was lost. Luke sees power in Rey, but in Finn, he sees choice. A man who could have remained blind, but instead saw. A soldier who could have served evil, but instead resisted. He sees something he never expected. A Jedi not born from prophecy, but born from free will. Training begins. Luke is reluctant, but the Force pushes him forward. Rey is explosive, headstrong, and powerful. The Force sings through her like a storm. Finn is patient, a shield, a protector. He begins to develop a defensive style of lightsaber combat, one focused on redirecting and disarming, not killing. Where Rey flies, Finn roots. Where she attacks, he defends. Where she asks, "Why me?" Finn asks, "What now?" And Luke sees in their duality, balance. In the galaxy beyond, Finn's legend spreads like wildfire. Stormtroopers whisper of FN 2187, the Jedi who was one of them, the Force user who was once a number. On Canto Bight, Finn doesn't flee, he infiltrates. He doesn't race faith ears for distraction, he speaks to the enslaved, the orphan, the broken. He uses the Force not to control minds, but to connect. And in a dark stable deep beneath the casino, a child trembles. Finn kneels, places his hand over the boy's heart. "You are not alone." The boy reaches out, touches the Force, just for a moment. The spark ignites. On Crate, the Resistance is all but lost. So Finn stands tall. He doesn't charge in desperation, he leads with calm. He uses the Force to bolster the shields, to redirect cannon fire. He leads a force of survivors through the caverns of Crate, guiding them through collapsing tunnels with his senses. Rey arrives with the Falcon, but the Resistance is not just saved by her. It is saved by both of them, by unity. Luke still projects, still stalls Kylo, but Luke is not alone now. He is inspired. In the unknown regions, darkness festers. Palpatine returns, and he senses a threat. Not from bloodlines, from bonds. Rey and Finn are now Jedi, not Master and Padawan, not Chosen One and Apprentice, equals. Palpatine cannot manipulate them the way he did Anakin, so he tries something else. Divide them. Finn is plagued by dreams, visions of stormtroopers slaughtered, of children taken. Palpatine whispers of a way out. You can free them. All of them. Lead them. Control them. Unify them under your rule. Finn nearly falters until he finds the holocron again. The ancient Jedi inside speaks. Control is not peace. Order is not freedom. And Finn remembers what it meant to be a number. He chooses the harder path. At Exegol, Rey faces the Sith, but Finn faces a greater battle. His brothers and sisters. He uses the Force not as a weapon, but as a beacon. Across the Final Order fleet, stormtroopers drop their weapons. Some cry, some scream, some simply fall to their knees. Finn walks among them, no saber drawn. You are free now. And a rebellion within a rebellion begins. Rey and Finn together confront the Emperor, not with hate, not with fury, but with purpose. They channel the Force together, not to destroy but to purify. Palpatine's body is incinerated, his essence dissipates. The Sith do not die because of bloodlines, but because of choice. The war ends. The legends begin. Years later, on a quiet moon beneath twin suns, the new Jedi Order rises. Not built of dogma, but of story. Each new Jedi carries their own scars, their own truths. Some were stormtroopers, some were scavengers, some were just lost. But all were found. Finn teaches them not how to fight, but how to choose. And the Force is with them, always. He was born a number. He became a name. And now, he is legend. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this alternate Star Wars story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more what-if scenarios and deep dives into the galaxy far, far away. What do you think would have happened if Finn's Jedi path had begun in The Force Awakens? Would he and Rey reshape the Jedi together? Could he have led a full stormtrooper rebellion with the Force as his ally? I want to hear your theories in the comments below. And remember, in this galaxy, anything is possible.